Hey, everybody. It is Monday, right? Yeah. Monday. I'm on vacation. I don't even know what day it is. That can be a good thing. That can be a bad thing. Because if you don't know what day it is, you might not know how much longer you have on vacation to enjoy. But yes, it's Monday, and it has been a crazy day to say the least. Oh my gosh. I got a video I'm putting together for the member side of the platform, members only. I will release that later on this evening. So if you're a member of the channel and you want to see a more in-depth look of what I'm talking about and try to wrap your head about what's been happening to me today, check that out a little later on. That'll be available if you're interested. If not, then that's fine too. Not a problem. But yeah, man, we're just thought I'd pop on here for a while tonight. Not working, nothing going on. Like I said, I had a lot of stuff going on earlier. That would be in the video on the members only side that'll come out later. And so got back home and picked up my mom, brought her over for dinner. We had steaks on the grill. That was great. So we watched, we found a show. I don't know how new this show is, but my wife and I found a show on Amazon Prime. I think it's also on Paramount Plus. It's called Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. It's a awesome show. I bought the first season, so we were binge watching that show. I was like, man, I love this show. Billy Bob Thornton is incredible in that show, man. He's just really cool. I enjoyed that show. So if you're looking for something cool to watch, check out Landman. I don't know if you already know what that is or have watched it or not, but it's great, man. It's fantastic. We got a few people popping in the chat. Let's see what's going on here. We got, I think that's Cameron Hart, I believe. Hey, man. He says, hey, man. How you doing, Cameron? Nice to see you, man. He says that his vacation starts tomorrow. That's awesome, man. Merry Christmas. That's awesome. Fantastic. And, yeah, let's see here. Let me go to, let's go down the list here. We got Bozique. Bozique can't hang around, but wanted to chime in and say, hey, and Merry Christmas to you and yours, Joe. Oh, man, thank you, brother. Thank you, Bozique. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the salutations, holiday salutations. That's very nice, man. Yeah, I'm doing the solo gig tonight. I just, I know people are doing parties, and I think Ralph, I think they did a party. Was it today or yesterday? And they're doing another one tomorrow. So I know he's tied up doing that, and I know everybody's getting that lined up. Ironically enough, man, we're not really having a lot going on over here. What can I say without getting into too deep? All I can say is it's just not what it used to be. It's just things have changed. That's all I can say. That's all I need to say. Cameron Hardy goes, that show is great. Oh, Landman. Yes. Yeah. I love that show. Yeah. Like I said, we just started watching it, man. And it was it's pretty wild. I was like, wow, this is a great show. Thank goodness there's something good to watch, man. And it's always difficult to find something that's just good to watch anymore. That's why I don't watch a lot of regular TV or anything anymore, because it's there's a lot of stuff out there that's just too woke for me. I can't stand that, so I don't watch it. I watch old stuff I grew up watching. Let's see, Mr. Lloyd Dinkle. Hello, man. He goes, hey, Joe, nice to see you again. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, sir. Nice to see you. We got Liquor Master Flex. What's going on? How are you, man? It's good to see you. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much for popping in to spend a little bit of your evening with me on this channel. I appreciate it. So I think tomorrow I'm going to get out in the yard and pick back up what I was supposed to do today, but things got turned upside down. But we'll do that tomorrow. We'll get that taken care of and get ready for all that good stuff. So Man, and also I want to give a big thank you to people who are checking out the new album. I really appreciate that so very much. Thank you very much. It's if you don't know what I'm talking about, look in the description of this live stream, and the link should be there. It's the link for iTunes, I think. And I made a boo boo. We were this past Saturday when we were live. I didn't think the album was. There was a charge for it. I mean, you can stream it, but there are people that were wanting to buy it, and I didn't know if you could or not, and I assumed that you couldn't, but I was wrong because I was logged in to my stuff on my end, and it didn't show that it was for sale or anything. So I thought, I guess it's free. I don't know. But no, if you want to buy it, you can. And there's been a few people sent me messages and said that they really enjoy it. So thank you to those fine people who took the time to support the channel in that way. And I'm glad they're digging the new album. That's great. So thank you for that. I also I was sitting there thinking, man, what would be the best guitar to get at Christmas? Now, that is a pretty broad question. You know, I know that's everybody has different taste, and but what if you're wanting to get a guitar for somebody this is their first guitar ever, right? Somebody that's what happened to me all those years ago at Christmas Eve. I got my first guitar. It was a Memphis, and it's a Strat knockoff. I still have it back there in the back. But what if you're getting something for somebody that's never had a guitar, or somebody that has been playing for a while? Like, I've got my share of guitars, and I know a lot of you do as well. But if you are wanting to, if somebody's wanting to hook somebody up with a guitar, what would they get? What would be the best guitar to get at Christmas? What would be the best one? You know, I sit there and I Googled that. So what I'm going to show you is according to Google, all right? And I was shocked at the top guitar. Now it's going to go in different top tier, mid tier, and low tier. So let's keep that in mind. But it starts with the top tier, and I was shocked at the guitar that is on the top tier for the number one pick, the best guitar at Christmas. I was shocked at that. Let's see if I can share screen here. See if we can pull this up. Again, this is according to Google. Share this here, and I'll go to. I got to go back over here and add to scene. Add to scene, and we will spotlight this. There we go. And let me go back over here to this tab. Plug up my computer before it dies. It's getting low. All right, so according to Google, if you want to get somebody a guitar at Christmas, what's the best? And it's for the top tier category, the PRS CE24, often cited as the best overall electric guitar, delivering exceptional quality and versatility. That is the top pick. I was not expecting that at all. I was not. Let's see here. See if I can scroll down. Make sure I'm not missing nobody on the chat. Okay, just making sure. Let's see. The number 2 pick on this certain category is the Fender American Pro 2 Strat. All right. Let's see. If you go down, I don't know what this video is, so I'm not concerned with that. Let's see. You always get stuff like this here. And then it goes down for great value and versatility. The PRS SE CE24 Standard, praised as the best value for the money for under $500, offering incredible build quality and wide range of sound. So PRS has got the top spot in the top tier category and mid tier. And Fender also holds the number 2 spot for the Player 2 Strat. An excellent choice of versatile and a gift-worthy Strat. And then on the number 3 spot for the mid-tier is the Squier Classic Vibe 50s Telly. 50s Telly. I think the 50 Strat could be in there too, but, you know, They've already got the second spot though, but a fantastic budget-friendly option that provides vintage feel and value. How about that? Man, that's crazy, isn't it? Let's see here. And for beginners, according to Google, again, so if you're getting a guitar for somebody that's never had one, according to Google, they're saying the Squier Affinity Strat is highly recommended, high quality instrument that holds its own for beginners. All right. So Strat for beginners, or the Epiphone / AFD Les Paul Special 2. This is an ideal all-in-one solution for an absolute beginner, as it includes the guitar, gig bag, strap, and picks. And then finally, the Squier Sonic Strat, a fun and affordable option that is authentically Fender. All right, so you, like I said, you got 3 different price tiers here, and also that means 3 different tiers of quality and build. Now, what I'm looking at is what catches my attention is the Epiphone / Les Paul Special, because it comes with the gig bag, the strap, and picks. I don't know if it comes with a little amp. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, this is a broad spectrum here. I don't know. They do have, of course, they have all these starter packs for people, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But when you don't know any better, I mean, and you see something like this that you get for Christmas, or whoever, you or a family member or your child, it's like getting a Ferrari, because you've never had it before, and you're like, what is this? So that's awesome. Look at this. Let's see. I want to see what the top tier PRS. We go back up here. I'm curious. PRS CE24. That is the top spot for the best guitar at Christmas. Let's see if this is going to take me to it. We're going to. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay. Let me make sure I can still see this on the other side. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So it just took us here to Zounds, or Z-Zounds, whatever you call it. There's a PRS Paul Reed Smith SE CE24 559 with gig bag. That ain't bad at all. That ain't bad. Z-Sound or Zounds, again, is the site we're on. That ain't bad. Let's see. There's a PRS SE Swamp Ash. Oh, I've seen those in the store. Let me see if it'll let me pull this up without bringing a new tab. Okay, good. I remember seeing these, and when Ralph and I did the guitar shop circuit, independent circuit, I saw this a few times. I wasn't crazy about this color. It just wasn't crazy about it. I mean, it's all right, but I don't know. See if we can get a different view. Let maybe go to here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen this in person a few times. Not that crazy about it. But, if it's a first guitar for somebody, hey. Let's see. Let me look at a couple more. I've seen this gold one a few times. PRS SE CE24 Standard Stop Tail with gig bag. $4.99. That's not bad at all for a first guitar. Again, these aren't the starter kits. This is just the guitar only. $500, and it's a PRS. So, man, that looks sharp though. Man, looks good, don't it? Not bad for $500. I don't think it is anyway. And now here's one that say, now this is a big jump right here. PRS CE24 Special Limited Electric Guitar. Oh, this jumps to $23.39. Look at this. So you're looking at a big jump in money. Now, of course, I would assume this would be in the very top tier of guitars at Christmas. Wow, look at that. Was that a third pickup in the middle? I love the finish on there. That finish is beautiful. Oh, it is, isn't it? Look at that. Got a single coil in the middle. I've never seen that on a PRS before, but that's pretty wild. Man. That's something else right there. And they say that if you notice on the 24th fret, if you kind of, if you were to bring the guitar like a straight up and down right now and bring the headstock down to the right, that inlay is an owl sitting on a tree limb. But if you bring the guitar clockwise and you look at that inlay, it's in the silhouette of an owl. I didn't know that for years. I didn't know that. I sure didn't. I know everybody else does. They're thinking, what do you mean you didn't know that? And I didn't know it. I wasn't in the PRSs like I am currently. Not that I'm deep into them, but I favor them a lot more than I did last year. I can tell you that. That's sharp though. I like that color, but boy, that's a big jump. 12 payments of $194.92. So $200 for a year. And woo, that's above my price range. But I'm just showing you some different avenues here. Okay, now this one here, it's PRS CE24 08 Swamp Ash electric guitar with gig bag. I wonder why they don't have any cases. It's all gig bags. I always notice that. I don't know. $18.29. Let's see what this looks like. Man. Oh, McCarty. It's a McCarty Tobacco Burst. Okay, I had a McCarty and I traded it. Wow. Yep. Yeah, it's nice, man. I had a McCarty. It wasn't this top tier. It was the lower end, but it was still nice, but it was all right. But hey, they got a little something for everybody. And let's see here. Let me see this. I like this blue. Now, this is $2,289. This PRS here. CE24. I like the color. Carol Blue is what it's called. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh yeah, it's got that. Let me see if I can get the mouse over this right there. That little, how that is on the horn right there, that wood. I like that. That just, I don't know. I like that. I think it looks cool how it's half brown and the paint job picks back up. That looks cool. It's got the lampshade knobs on them. It looks like it does. My goodness. Get it Tuesday, December 30th, if you order within 20 hours and 37 minutes. Or you can make 12 payments of $190.75. I'm going to tell you, man, I've had my share of doing that over the years. Paint on a guitar for a year. Yeah, buddy, I've done it. I have done it. I have done it more than I should have. Let me check the chat real quick. I know we just got some people hopping in. Let's see. Cameron Hart says that that's not a bad choice. Yeah, these PRS, they're nice, man. They go from one extreme to the other for price, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Let's see. Let me go back over here to the chat. We got B. Whaler, Dennis Bryan. Hey, Joe, I got your new album, Survivor, on iTunes yesterday for under $8. Thank you so much, man. He says, I love every song and crank up the volume. I can't believe you're not getting paid for your great work. Well, thank you, man. That's really nice. That's very kind. Thank you, man. Thank you, V. Whaler. Thank you, man. That's really kind. What a nice thing to say. Mr. Josh Thomas is in the house. We're just looking at these guitars, y'all. Hello and happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Mr. Thomas. How are you? Hope you're doing well, sir. Let me see if I can get this chat to move, and we'll say hello to other people as well. Brother Ted Fair is here. Awesome, man. Beautiful guitars. Yeah. We're just doing some window shopping, if you will, here at the holiday season. And Mr. Mickey Settlemeyer is here. He goes, howdy, howdy. Hello, my friend. How are you? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. Let me see if I can look at Mr. Ted's comment here. I bought my best friend's bass player, a Rickenbacker, today. Wow. Merry Christmas, Thad. Wow. Man, what a great gift, Ted. Ted is such a giving person. That is so nice, Ted. He bought his friend a new bass for Christmas. Wow. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Wow. Let me flip over to this tab. We got one more comment that popped up. I'm going back and forth from the PRS tab on the computer back to the streaming tab so I can read these comments. Let's see. Hey, Bloody Soup. Hey, man. He goes, dang, I missed you. You're live on Saturday. Merry Christmas to you and everybody in here. Thank you, Bloody Soup. Oh, dude, you're here now. That's really cool. And there's always the replay, my friend. So we're just doing some which guitar is best at Christmas. And like I said, I know that is a broad question. I'm just looking. The top spot went to PRS. According to Google, they said that was the top choice, was PRS. And I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. And I'm being honest, I did not see that coming. Wait, I got to look at this one. Oh my God, $2,379. The semi-hollow Carol Blue. I like that Carol Blue. Let's see. Man, that looks good though, don't it? I do not have a semi-hollow body guitar. And I played one. Where were we at when I played that thing? Woody's Music in Tega when Ralph and I were there. Yeah, that's a beautiful color, man. 23, what did it say? $23.79. Or if you want to break it up in payments for over a year, $198.25. Whew. Yeah, I know how that is because I did that for quite some time. Let me remove from scene because I need to type in something else in the box up here. I want to go back to, let's see, let me, oh God, I'm glad I didn't mess that up. Let me see if I can get back to, get back to where I was on Google because I want to go, pardon me just for a minute here. I'm sorry for, let me go up here because the top spot went to PRS and we looked at some of those. And okay, let me go back to this tab so I can check out some comments. We're just doing some guitar shopping for the holidays. If anybody is curious, what's the best guitar to get at Christmas? According to Google, PRS gets the top spot and Fender gets the number 2 spot. Now that's the top tier selections. So we're still in the top tier area right now. I know not everybody can afford that top. Hell, I can't either. So, but I'm trying to be fair that, for all price tiers, musical companion. Let's see. I'm saying that right? Let's see. It's so small on my screen. Musical companion. Hey man, I bought myself a Les Paul Standard for Christmas. Wife says I have to unwrap it on Christmas Day and explain to my kids how Santa got me a Gibson. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. There is nothing wrong with getting yourself a gift like that. Hey, I'm living proof of that, man. My wife will tell you. She'll say, well, I'll tell you what she told me. She said, we're not getting each other nothing for Christmas. She goes, because you always buy yourself stuff through the year, and I don't never know what to get you. So, and that's fair. I said, yeah, that's fine. No problem. I mean, I'll get her something. Matter of fact, I need to get busy with doing that. Let's see. Today's Monday, right? Tomorrow, Tuesday. So I got tomorrow. And then Christmas Eve is Wednesday, right? Yeah. So, dang, I got to get out there tomorrow and figure something out. I'm always the world's worst, especially for my wife, last minute Christmas shop. I'm the world's worst at that. I always wait till the last minute. So, and there's something about that. I know this is going to sound crazy. There is something about waiting till the last minute, and I'll go to the store. It's in town. I'm not going to the mall or something. I have done that. That was stupid. I did that last year. I will not do that again. That was dumb. I went last year. My son took me, I had him drive me to the mall because I drive for a living. And so if there's a time I can get where somebody else is driving, I'll take it, right? I said, let's go to the mall and I'm going to do a live stream. And my son said, do what? And I did not think the mall in Greenville was still very thriving. I thought that mall was almost dead. I hadn't been over there in years. So I thought that mall was on its last legs. Boy, was I wrong. We got over there and you couldn't find a place to park. It was nuts. It was like going back to like 1989 or something, And my son's like, I told you, Dad. And so we went in there and I live streamed. Just walked around live streaming with the phone on my thing, just walking around. And I won't do that again. I guess we stayed there for about 30 or 40 minutes, and that was it. And that was, I don't know. I was just looking for something to do. It's just some kind of little thrill or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get back to the chat real quick before we move on. Bloody Soup, I love your pink PRS you have, Joe. If you ever decide to sell it, can I be the first to have dibs on? Yeah, but I don't plan on selling it no time soon. I had somebody reach out to me after the show Saturday and asked if I wanted to sell my Buddy Guy Strat. And I said, no, it's not for sale. I mean, I've been looking for one of those for many years, and I just happened to come across it at Midtown Music over the summer, and I was able to buy it. Well, actually, I did a trade and all that stuff out there with DeVere and Miss Ryan, so it worked out. But I thought that was wild, man, how somebody asked me if I wanted to sell it. I was like, nah, man. No. If I have something for sale, it's on my Reverb store. I've only got 3 guitars up there right now. And those are kind of lower tier guitars, but you never know. Somebody might find something for somebody that doesn't have a guitar. Let's see. I'm just going to say EE Arts because I don't know if that's right or not. But hey, everyone. Got myself a Firefly Pegasus and a Sire J5. Love them both. Congratulations. EE Arts. All right. That is awesome. If I'm not saying that right, please correct me in the chat, my friend. Yes. EE Arts says last minute makes it more fun. That's what I was going to get at. Yeah. I get this weird kind of rush when when I do that. I know that's weird. I thought I would get that rush doing the live stream at the mall last year. I didn't get that. I thought the feeling I got was, what the hell am I doing out here? You know, but I stay away from the malls. Arts, he goes, Joe, you in Greenville, South Carolina, or North Carolina? South Carolina. Yeah, I'm in South Carolina. Yes, absolutely. Arts is right? Okay. I got that right? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Because there's some, they call it YouTube handles, you know, the channel names. A lot of people will put the name, everything together, and I'm like, okay, what does that say? If they have it separated with capital letters, it's a little bit easier to decipher, or something, some type of underscore or something. But yeah, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I just wanted to make sure I was getting that right. But yeah, it is kind of a exciting thrill if you, I guess, yeah, you know, doing the last minute thing. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's just going to be, I'll probably just get her like I don't know, cash or a gift card, maybe both. Because there's been all those times I bought for her, man, and she doesn't, you know, either she doesn't use it or it's something that sits in the corner, and I can't say nothing. I've done the same with something she's got for me as well over the years. So I say, here's some money, you know. I don't know. I know that's probably the cheap way out, but hey, cash is king, man. Love South Carolina? Oh, yeah. South Carolina is like anything else, any place else. It's got its ups and downs, man. It's, after the day I had today, South Carolina is not on my favorite list. Let's see. Art says in Louisiana now, but lived in Columbia and Lexington and Irmo. Oh, what made you go to Louisiana? Well, for a job maybe or something? Relationship? I don't know. I got a buddy of mine who is in Shreveport. He's been there, I think, all of his life, I think. But anyway, let's see. Let me share screen. Let's see, I already done that, right? I just got to add the scene. Oh, it's cheaper. Okay, cheaper to live out there. Okay, fair enough. Let me add the scene. Here we go. Now let me go back. Okay, we were doing the PRS had the top spot for the best guitar at Christmas time. The number 2 spot goes to Fender American Pro 2 Strat. Let's see if it'll let me pull this up without. You want to go to Zounds or Z-Zounds? I don't know how they say it. Let's see what the prices are of these things. Ooh, lordy. Again, this is the top tier spot, so okay. All right. Right here we have the Fender American Professional 2 electric guitar with case. See, they come with a case, man. $1,839.99. Okay, let's see here. Dark Knight. Oh, yeah, we seen one of these at, at Midtown. I'm sorry, Cornerstone Christian and Music Supply. When Ralph and I went there on our last trip, somebody had traded this in for, I forgot what they traded in for. That is a sharp guitar. Yeah, that looks good. I seen that one in person. That looks amazing. That guitar is nice, man. Let's see. So if they're wanting, how much is it? $1,839. Is that right? All right. So used, it could be what? Just say 900 roughly, between 850 and 900. Used. All right, that's sharp though, man. That caught my attention really quick at Cornerstone. I said, ooh, boy, that looks good. Let's get a closer look at it. Man. Yeah, these pictures don't do it justice, man. I'm telling you, in front of your eyes, it's beautiful. Beautiful guitar. Oh, yeah. The black knobs, yeah, those are, yeah, I kind of wish they had the same color like on the body with the knobs. I think that would set it off a little more. I guess you could, I don't know if you wanted to do it bad enough, you could do that yourself, but I don't know. I don't know. Beautiful guitar, though. The Black Knight. That is sharp. And we go down here to a Fender American Pro Strat. Same price, I believe, $18.39. It's a different color here. Let's see. Again, we're in the top tier category according to Google. 3-color sunburst. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite colors, especially with the Strat. I just like that right there with the white pickups, the white knobs. And the pick guard, I don't know, man. It just pops. It just looks good. It's just, look at that. I mean, you don't need to do anything else. 22 frets. Beautiful. Huh. Nice, man. Beautiful guitar. Yeah. I got quite a few of the Sunburst Strats. Not this. I do have a Player 2 body and a neck I bought from somewhere else, so I did pretty good on that. And it plays great. And that's the guitar I used when I was writing my songs. I was playing that Fender 2 body, yeah. Fender 2 Strat, excuse me. Let's see, Fender Professional. Mine's a Player 2. I'm sorry, yeah. That's right. Let's see here. Oh, look at this one. Here's one that's Pro 2, Fender American Pro 2, HSS. Now, see, I like this if it had a Floyd with it. I know you can get them. I've looked them up. $17.49. Let's see here. With case. Yeah, see, Fender does it right, man. Man, that looks good, don't it? Just got to get one with a Floyd on it. That would be me. I almost ordered one of these. Oh, man, earlier this year. I think it was the same color, I think. But I wanted the maple fretboard and the Floyd. And ironically enough, it wasn't that much more on the dollar. I almost got one of these, but I at the last minute I backed out. I can't remember. Something else must have came across my radar. It had to, because I didn't get this. I did not. Let's see here. What else we got? Scroll down. We'll look at one more and I'll check the chat again. That's another Tobacco Sunburst. We've seen that. What in the world? Now look at this. Fender Limited Edition American Pro 2 Thin Line. Oh, with a case. $2,049.99. I don't know if I've seen one of these. Shell Pink. I have what is it, that Strat I got? Fender had them earlier this year. I think it's some kind of standard. That's a Squire Strat, that's right. And it's Shell Pink. I'm not crazy about that pick guard, man. Not crazy about that pick guard. And every time I see the F-hole on a Fender Strat, it reminds me of the Eric Johnson models. That's what it reminds me of. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that pick guard, man. Let's see. Okay. Let me go back over here. Okay, we got some more comments. Let me all right. Okay, let me remove from scene, and when I get ready, I'll go back and we'll move down to the next tier. We just looked at the top tier choices of the best guitar to get at Christmas, PRS, and then Fender. Those were the top two on the top tier side, according to Google now, okay? That's not me, that's Google. Let's see what we got here, man. A golf Twiddler. What's going on? My Christmas present to myself, Squire Paranormal Offset Telly SJ and Ice Blue Metallic with upgraded Seymour Duncan STL 1 Vintage, the 54 Bridge Telly single coil, and Antiquity Jazzmaster neck. Wow, man, he got it going on now. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is awesome. Let me go back up because I know I had to. Oh, now everybody's coming in now. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, let me try to hit these comments here. This is okay. Ted Fair says, my only gripe with PRS is that PRS guitars with transparent blue finishes or any finish containing blue dye tend to fade due to the photosensitive nature of the organic dyes used to stain the wood. I didn't know that. I did not know that at all. Wow, let's see here. A golf Twitler. He says Godo SD91 to let's see 05M MG locking tuners. Wow, Godo 6 saddle T-style bridge, potentiometers, 500K pots, treble bleed, a 4-way oak Grigsby switch, and cloth covered wires. Dang, man. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. That's awesome, man. He's got it going on there, boy. He ain't playing around. That's nice, man. Let me let's see here. We got everybody popping in. Let's see. I need to go up here and work my way down. Okay. A golf Twitler says reversed narrow pots for space control plate. Music. Oh, Music Lily. Yeah. Yeah, man, that thing is loaded, ain't it? That thing is loaded. Let's see. Well, congratulations, man. That's fantastic. Musical companion. I wonder what we're going to see at NAMM 2026. Been kind of so-so since post. Since the big thing that happened. Yeah, man. I have never been to NAMM, the NAMM convention. I remember when that was a huge deal. I'm talking, of course, that was, before the big thing happened. And it was this, I don't know, man. It's like all these other YouTubers, they had this clique. Everybody had this clique and they all met at NAMM. And it was like, if you're not in that clique and you don't matter. Not that I would go anyway, because I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about getting in a building with a whole lot of people that's walking around, and everybody that does that, at least 85%, they come back and they're sick. And they titled it Namthrax. I remember that years ago. I was like, what? I said, what is that? And they said, that's just what they call it. Everybody just gets sick because there's so many people around, and people get sick. And not to mention, if you get something bad to eat out there, that's just the stories I heard. I've never been out there, but hey, if you go, I hope you have a wonderful time. Whoever goes, I hope you have a wonderful time. It just never intrigued me that much, just from my own personal opinion. But hey, if it's what you like, hey, it's what you like. Rico B, hey now, it is 72 degrees in Arizona. Brother Rico, what is going on? How are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Musical Companion Classic Leo design. I like the dealer exclusives. Kind of keeps Fender from being the same every year. Yes. Yeah, a little something going on, right? A little something different. Let's see. We got Skunk. What's up, man? Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, my friend, and your family. To everybody here. What's up, Pooh? What's going on, man? How are you doing? Pooh Ninja, what's going on, my friend? Merry Christmas to you. Let's see. Let's see here. Musical Companion makes a good statement. Everything north of $12.99 in price should have a case, in my opinion. I agree. Absolutely. Any guitar, when it hits a certain price tier, should have a case. Pooh says Kaler version available. I have no idea. I don't know, man. Let's see. I remember, this is how old I'm starting to be, but I remember for a while there, if you got a guitar that was in the $700 price range, between $700 and $850, it came with a case. Not every one of them, but there was a good handful that came with a case. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And they quit doing that. And they want you to buy that separate, more money. Skunk, agree. They sell guitars for $2,000 without even a gig bag. Yeah, that's always, just like what I said. I never understood that, man. I was like, wow, what a rip. Musical Companion, I agree, Skunk. PRS is super guilty of doing that. No case. Yep. Yeah, the only PRS I have that came with the case because I work out a trade at a shop. And I'm assuming the previous owner bought the case later. I'm assuming that's what he did. And it's my John Mayer, the Silver Sky. Yeah. And the guy at the shop said, here, this case goes with it. And that case is freaking heavy. And he said, it's specially made for that guitar. And I said, okay. And it fits like a glove, man. And he was right. That case is, my God. I was like, is there some Sacrete in here or something, man? That thing is heavy. He was glad to get rid of that case. And I was like, I'll take it. Yeah. I mean, free case. Well, it came with that guitar, but let's see. Pooh Ninja in a decent gig bag, not a dust cover. Thank you very much. Yeah. Have you ever ordered a guitar? Especially, I've done this from Reverb. Order a guitar and you're like, and the seller, it comes with a gig bag. Okay. Man, the gig bag, when you get a gig bag with the guitars not in it, the gig bag should still stand upright. It shouldn't collapse. It should stand upright. Come on, man. And this one guy gave me put a gig bag and it was thin, like Pooh said, a dust cover. And man, I took the guitar out of that. Man, that guitar stunk. I said, what the hell is in this gig bag, man? I wanted to give that guy a poor rating, but I was like, no, I mean, I cleaned it up. I threw that gig bag in the trash. I did. I was like, that's going in the garbage, man. Luckily, I had a couple extra cases, but when you buy something and you have to watch sometimes on Reverb, man, they'll just do whatever to get you to bite on it. And I've been guilty of that too. Rico, he says, are you sending Santa your final wish list? Your final wish list? No. No, man, I'm good, man. For people, all of us here, we have gas, guitar acquisition syndrome. These are my two newest guitars right here. Those are Fireflies. Those are my two newest acquisitions. There we go. And I had to set them up. I put new trims on them. They got Godot 1996T trims on them, and the studs, the post, had to replace those. And let me touch on this really quick because I've had people reach out to me, and I've said this quite a few times. I've done videos on how to change these trims out. Change these trims out and upgrade them with Godot. And I've always stated, I don't know, apparently people are just missing it or they're not watching the video all the way through. That's fine, whatever. If you're wanting to upgrade this trim system, what you're going to do is you're going to take the stock studs out, unscrew them, throw them away. And you're going to order the Floyd Rose 1000 posts. You can get them from Amazon or eBay. Order those, and they'll screw right in where the old ones were. The posts that come with the Godot, they're too big. Unless you want to drill out, take those inserts out and drill it, bore the holes out, put the new inserts in. That's up to you, but I'm not doing the drilling. So I just buy the upgraded Floyd Rose 1000 posts. They're like, I don't know, you can get them for like anywhere from 10 to 13 bucks. And the Floyd Rose 1000 post, that's the upgraded post, and swap them out. And take those old ones and throw them in the trash. Because if you don't, you put that new system in, you get it set up, it's not going to hold tuning, but maybe for an hour or a few hours, it'll start messing up. Upgrade your post if you're going to swap out the trim. I've had people send me messages, hey man, this ain't working, and I'm like, whoa, you didn't follow through, man. Those posts are just as important as when you're replacing the trim as anything else. All right, let me get back to this. Let's see. Lloyd Dinkle, Joe, if you ran across a guitar tomorrow unexpectedly and it was one you would do anything to have, what would it be? Oh my God, man. Oh Lord. I'll tell you which one I actually was looking at. I'm not going to get it. This is going to sound crazy. So you see the Frankie right there, or is it better this way? The Frankie right there. Well, they have that same guitar, but it's in like a tobacco sunburst color. It's and it's relicked a little bit. That's what I would get. And the reason I say that guitar, that's my favorite. That's my holy grail. And it was used. It was $1,650. So yeah, that's what I would get. Would be the EVH tobacco burst Frankie. That's exactly what I get. And I looked them up and used. They're about the same. Apparently that is the popular color of those, the tobacco burst. And you got like red, you got blue, you got white. I think you got black. But the tobacco burst it seems like to be the most popular out of those different colors. That's what I would get. And I found a good one. It was on eBay, I think, and it was a good price. It was B stock, and it was good. And I almost pulled the trigger, and I said, no. And I started getting these Fireflies instead. Hey, there's always later, it's no big deal. Bloody Soup, yeah, it's weird to me that they sell high-priced guitars without a good hard shell case. Yeah, it's all about that money, brother. It's all about that. They want you to spend more money. Just like when you get a car, they go, well, if you get this one over here, it has all the bells and whistles. I'm like, dude, I don't need all those bells and whistles. It's nice to have, but let's see. Ted Fair, the best color for the Eric Clapton Stratocaster? I can't decide. In my opinion, I would just go with the classic, the blackie. Black. That's what I would go. But that's just me. Because that's what he's best known for playing. That's just my opinion. Hey, Lance. He goes, good afternoon. Hello. How are you, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Merry Christmas. Musical Companion, he goes, the black or red for Eric Clapton Strat. Yeah, I've seen both, black and red. And the red sharp, and I seen that at Cornerstone Christian Music Supply. And they had a red one there. They sold it not long ago. And it looked good, but the black to me, I don't know, I just think the black's better. Let's see. Who Ninja says that sunlight brings out the best in paint, also ruins it at the same time. Yeah, if you're in direct sunlight for too long with especially a guitar, oh yeah. Blue Mox, hello, how are you? He goes, hey all, Merry Christmas, Joe, and everybody in the chat, Merry Christmas, my friend. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. And hey, Slick Rick, what's up? He goes, look here. Number one is live again. That's not me, man. Not me, brother. That's you. Not me. Hey, after the day I had today, brother. Whew, yeah, that was, I have to tell you about it later, man. And it had to do with work, too. I'm on vacation. I had to deal with that. It was a nightmare. Let's see. Mr. Curtis, hello, man. Merry Christmas. He goes, I wanted to get an offset Squier Telly a few years ago, but I'm glad I waited to get a Squier Paranormal Custom Nashville Strat a couple years ago. It is double bound Strat with a Telly bridge and pickups. That's awesome, man. Fantastic. I'm glad you got that, my friend. That's awesome. Whoops. Let's see. Let me see. Pooh Ninja says, Gearfest seems like more fun than NAMM unless you're a vendor. Yeah, the Sweetwater. Yeah, that's, I've never done that either, but, hey, yeah, I think Sweetwater would be a lot more fun to check out. Not only have I ordered from there for quite a number of years, I would just like to check it out just to see how that operation works. Because it's the biggest music store in the country. That is a really cool thing. I think it would be fun. Slick Rick, what? You're 68 degrees and what is that? Exeter, California. You're in California? What the heck, dude? Man. Oh, man. Dude. What the heck? Let's see. Man, this thing jumped. 2 weeks. 2 weeks off as to feel good. Man. You're in California right now? Damn, I hope you get home by Christmas Eve or... Oh, man. Let's see. Blue Mox. Best deal of my year was a Epiphone Control and came with an amazing case. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Blue Mox, before. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. Man, why does this thing keep... Okay, here we go. Let's see. We'll get back to the list here in just a second. I want to make sure I get everybody a fair shake here. Musical Companion, funny true story, ESP LTD. Around the 2010s, the 1000 series were between $9.99 and $12.99, no case. But when they dropped the Kirk Hammett, of which I bought two, included cases at no upcharge and custom exterior graphics. Yeah, man. They know what they're doing with these places. Let's see. Pooh Ninja says, a buddy of mine ordered 3 cases on some kind of clearance. He received 3 boxes of 3. Oh, my goodness. You know where I get my cases? Where I get them now? I get them from Temu. They're roughly $55 a pop, and they do just fine for me. That's just what I do. Everybody's different. Ted Fair, trust me, bro, NAMM is so overrated. That's what I felt for a long time. Now, in the beginning, I thought, ooh, NAMM, ooh, because I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know. And some of these channels that I used to follow, they would go out there and they would talk about, we're at NAMM and, our crap don't stink, yours does, and kind of deal. And I thought, man, what the heck with that, man. So it turned me off of it. I didn't care. Anytime I saw anything would do with NAMM, I would not watch it. I was like, okay. So yeah, I've always kind of thought that it's just overrated, man. Musical Companion. Let's see. I tell you, my guitar I'd sell my wife's parents for is a Gibson original / snake pit. My goodness. All right. Okay. All right then. Joe, I got the white relic You talking about the EVH for $6.99? Still of a deal. Oh my God! Don't tell me that, man. I'll be on there tonight looking at. Oh my God. Oh, is it good, man? Is there anything wrong with it? Man, Ted Fair. If I'm not scrolling online for guitars, I'm usually fishing illegally in the huge fish tank at my local Bass Pro Shop. Oh, where's y'all's rod and reels? On aisle 7. I'll be right back. Sad Rules, what's up? Hey Joe, question. When you put new strings on, do you like it when they are broken in and easier to bend or a little hard to bend? Well, when I put on new strings, I don't know if this is going to, I like it when they get broken in. Yes. When I put on new strings, I play the guitar pretty steadily, man, for at least a good 30 minutes. And I do a lot of bends and stuff. And cause I use the Floyd a lot, so yeah, I like them when they get broken in. Anything that's hard to bend, no, man, I can't handle that. That's why I stick with gauge 9 to 42. I cannot play 10s. I can't play. No, I don't even do the hybrid set where it's like, what is it? 9.5 or 9 to whatever. I can't, man. I just can't. My fingertips just can't take it. I don't know why. You would think after playing it for almost 39 years, it shouldn't matter, but I don't know. I guess I'm just a wuss in that aspect, but so I have to use gauge 9 to 42, and they get broke in, they're good. And but yeah, they're when they get broke in and that Floyd gets set up right. Oh man, it's fun. Yeah, it's really fun, and they're going to, especially right now in this room that I'm in, because it's cold here, and we're having some weird weather here in the upstate of South Carolina. It's like, in the daytime, it's like, I think today it was like 55, which is very comfortable. But now it's like, it's like, I don't know, 38 outside. It's, it's supposed to drop down to like 32. And it's chilly for here. So the heat's running. So this room, you can hear the heat running in the background. But so this room, the temperature's changing a lot. So it's going to affect the tuning on these guitars. I can sit here and play a guitar right now and then hang it up and let it sit there for 10 minutes, get it off the rack and do it. And I have to tune it. And I'll play it, tune it, hang it up, wait 10 minutes, get it down, and I'll have to tune it again. I mean, it won't be bad out, but it still has to be, finely tuned. I'm like, damn, I just played it. It was fine when I put it up. It's just the temperature in the room, man. That's what I noticed for me. It might not be like for y'all. That's how my luck goes in this old house. Musical companion, without UV sunlight, we don't get Dwayne Allman, Red Eye, or Creamy, or Slash's original Amber. AMD Les Paul. There you go. I like that. That's cool. What do we got here? We got user Kid. The last guitar I bought that came with a hardshell case was a 97, 98 period. That guitar is a Washburn Red Rocker, 150 Sammy Hagar signature. I bought it from Musician's Friend. He signed 100 of them. Dang, man. 97, 98. That's right when he was out of Van Halen, right? I think he left Van Halen in 97. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Ted Fair, Fender, PRS, or Gibson. If you had to buy one, sell one, or give one away, which one and why? For me, if I had to buy one, sell one, or give one away. If I had to sell one, it'd be a Gibson. I don't own a Gibson, but if I did, which I've done that before, I'd sell the Gibson. Or no, I'd give it away. Don't give me no shade. Don't give me no hate on that. And sell one would be the PRS, and I've done that. And to buy one would be a Fender, yeah, / EVH, yeah. That's just me. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What's up, Slam? How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. I know I'm trying to get caught up in this chat here. My goodness. Chris Cobb, hello. Sweetwater, if you have never been, is literally like a mall inside. It's that big. We will be there next week when I go visit my wife's folks. Wow. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Let's see. Musical companion, musician's friend had, musician's friend used to have amazing stuff in their catalog days. Dave Mustaine, Jackson V. I missed out on it in like 95. Yeah, musician's friend. I only ordered one thing from them long time ago, and it was an old Alesis SR16 drum machine. That was probably back in the late 90s. That was the only time that I ever ordered anything from them. Let's see. Slick Rick, Major Trucking, what's up? Yes, sir, brother. I'm trying to make it home by Christmas Eve. It's not looking good. Man, come on now. What time is a good time to call? Oh, me? Oh, you talking about tonight? I mean, I don't know. Are you rolling tonight? I don't know. I can call you tomorrow or something. Cause I got to work outside tomorrow. I can call you tomorrow. I don't know when you're driving. You let me know. It don't matter to me. I will adjust to your schedule, sir. Blue Monks, Joe, that was last year. It was flawless. $6.99 White Relic EVH. Oh man. See, thank you, Blue Monks. He done put that bug in my ear now. Oh boy. Rod, what's going on, Rod? How are you doing? He goes, good evening. Good evening, my friend. How are you? And, thank you for being here, Rod. The musical companion. Joe, I really appreciate your time on this stream. Thank you. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Satch rules. Joe, I use 9-46 hybrid Ernie Ball, E-flat tuning, and love the slinky feel. Yeah, that helps when you're on that E-flat. Yeah, that's cool, though. That's cool. Yeah, when we went to, if you haven't seen the latest Guitar Shop review, Ralph and I went to Music Go Round in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and there was a JS, had to be a JS 100, I guess. It might not be, I don't know, but had the double humbuckers. It was nice. I don't think it was a JS 100. It was not far from that model, but man, it was beautiful. But it was like $1,100, man. It was used, and I was like, it was kind of steep, isn't it? But that's just me, man. I don't know anything. I was like, I think that needs to be a little lower. But hey, who am I? Nobody. But I love those guitars. I think I still got one. Do I have a Satch model left? I might have traded them all away. I don't know. Let's see. Slam RN1, he says, Joe, thanks. I've got one of the last hard shell leather cases for a 335 style guitar for the Gretsch G5622 Electromatic Center Block DC with V-stop tail, recently purchased at Reverb. That's what I'm saying. See there? Yes, sir. Reverb's great, man. I love Reverb. Let's see. I just say user a kid. It is such a long name. I know that's just what I say. Let's see. Sammy played a version of that guitar on the Balance Tour, and Washburn was selling the RR150 around the time Marching to Mars came out. I did get a signed guitar. It has a piezo pickup in the bridge. Well, that's awesome, man. I remember when that, oh God, I remember when that album came out. I remember I was, oh God, I was delivering to a Walmart, and I got finished. That was my last store, and I moved my truck out of the dock so I wouldn't be blocking if they had another truck come in. And I went back around front to the front of the store, and I used to always look at back when they sold CDs. This is how long ago this was. And I remember seeing that, Marching to Mars, and I said, oh, there's a Sammy Marching to Mars. And I bought it and listened to it in the big rig coming back to the dairy. And I remember that, and I thought, oh, man, what happened? You know, well, this is so weird, him not being with Van Halen no more. But you know, yeah, I hear you, RN. I hope it works out for you, man. Yeah. Let's see. Oops. Let's see here. It jumped. Let me move this real quick here. Okay, Ted Fair. He says that funniest thing I ever saw at NAMM was Lewis from the Tone King YouTube channel fighting with the guys at Chapman Guitars over filming their new guitars. I guess it was a race to the bottom. I remember hearing about that a long time ago, and I thought, wow, how pathetic, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of like, whatever, you know. I was like, let them have that. Let them have that. Lance, Joe, you ever play or review bass guitars? No. I do not. I'm sorry, I do not. I'm not a bassist, and I don't review them either. If you give me a bass guitar, I'm gonna play it like a pick in my hand and like a guitar player. But you got to have a bass in the mix, that's for sure. But no, sir, I don't do any of those. I'm sorry. Mr. Mick, hello. How are you? Okay. So we caught up in the chat. If you feel free to continue to make some more comments if you want. Let me go over here and make sure that I get back. We were on the top tier side of things. Let's see here. Make sure I'm on the right spot before moving forward. All right, we were on the top tier. It was PRS, and we saw that, and we saw the Fender. It was in the second spot. Okay, let me move down to the mid tier. All right. Okay. All right. Now let me go back over here and present, add the scene. I'm still getting used to this. If anybody wonders what platform I'm using, I use EVMux, EVMUX. That's who I use. Okay. Let me hop back over here on this tab. Okay, for the mid-tier, PRS takes the top spot again. PRS CE24. Praised, we looked at some of those. Praised as the best value for the money for under $500. All right. We looked at some of those a minute ago. Let me go to the Fender Player 2. Let me see here. Is it going to show some of those for that? Nope, it's not going to let me see none of that. And all right, Squire Classic Vibe. It's not giving me a hyperlink. Well, let me see here. Well, let me do this. Let me remove from scene for a second. I apologize. And I want to see how much a Classic Vibe would be. Let's see. 50s Squire. 50s, right? 50s Classic Vibe. And it says Telly. I want to look at both. Let's look at the Strat first. All right, let me see here. We'll go with Sweetwater because that's who I do business with. All right. I kind of have an idea how much it's going to be, but just in case, yeah, this ain't bad. And let me get this ready here. So, I need to move this. All right, we're going to add share screen here. So how much do y'all think the Classic Vibe is going to be for a Strat? 50s. 50s. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Add the scene. Spotlight. There we go. You just got to give me a second here. $449. Squier Classic Vibe 50 Strat 2-color sunburst. I think this looks fantastic for the price point. I think it looks great. This is exactly what it cost when we went. Again, we were at Cornerstone. They had a brand new one. It was the same price, $449.99. You can do 6 months worth of payments at $75 a piece, or 4 interest-free payments of $41, as low as $41 a month. I like how they put as low as. That's, you know, you're not guaranteed to get that. How you gonna make that in 4 interest-free payments at $41? I don't even add up right. In stock, and look, you can get this thing plecked at Sweetwater. I remember Phil McKnight did a video where he ordered a cheap guitar and had it plecked. And Phil knows what he's talking about. We all know that. And then he got it and he did it. Y'all remember seeing that video? And it was like, it wasn't quite, I mean, look, $300 to get a guitar plecked. This guitar is $449. You think I'm going to pay $300 to get any guitar plecked? No, I'm not doing that. But I remember Phil did a video on it and he said it was okay, but there were still some issues with the frets, with a little bit of fret sprout and all that. And I was like, man, after paying $300, So I've never, I just can't see paying $300 to get a Plek Pro setup. If you got a lot of money, yeah, what's the big deal? But not me, man. $300 is $300. That's just me. But, yeah, that's a lot, man. Let's see. Let me scroll down a little bit. Let me see. Satch Rules comments. He goes, Joe, what springs do you purchase for your Floyds? Okay. Remove from scene here. Let me, so we can kind of talk. What did I do? Oh, Lordy. I done messed up. All right. So what I do, man, is because the springs that usually come with the Floyds, they're usually, you don't know, man. They might be high tension or low tension or mid, I don't know. I get all kinds. So to eliminate that altogether, what I do is I get on Amazon and I purchase their black springs and their Fender springs, and they come 6 to a pack. And, as you know, on a Strat, you can put all 6 of those on there if you want, which I don't do. Everybody's different. But that's what I get. I buy those Fender light gauge black springs, and I put 3 of those on the back, and I put them in a chicken foot pattern, kind of the triangle pattern. That's how I do my springs. I had one guy comment, you don't know what you're doing. The springs need to be straight across. You're a wannabe guitar tech, and this is going to ruin everybody else. They're going to follow this. What you're doing is going to ruin their guitars. First of all, dude, I never claimed to be a guitar tech. I never claimed to be an expert in anything. You just got some guy running his mouth because, he's just an idiot. So whatever works for you, works for you. What works for me, I don't mind sharing that information. But you're not going to please everybody all the time. But that's what I use, man. I get those Fender springs. Just look them up on Amazon. Black Fender springs. And I think they're about, $10. You get 6 of them. That's what I use. And you might have to clue in. You might have to get a clue. Yeah, I might have to get a clue. You might have to screw in those screws for the bear claw a little bit because those springs are light tension. So you got to screw in those 2 screws to kind of pull a little bit to kind of bring the Floyd down, level it out a little bit. But that works for me, man. And the reason I love those springs is because when I go to use the whammy bar, it's nice and smooth, and I don't have no issues at all. So that's what I use. Let's see. Let me see. Musical Companion, #1 first song in the morning, Christmas Day, John Lennon. So this is Christmas. Yeah, man. A Plek machine. Yeah, a Plek machine I think is overrated. I mean, that's just me. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. But let's see. What were we looking at? So that was this one here. Yes. I think it looks good. So let's see. What other guitar would be good at Christmas time? Let me remove this. Why is it showing this? All right. Go to this here. There we go. Let me see. Let's Google. Go to Google again. Let's see what we can do. I need to go to that site that Blue Mox was talking about. I can never remember how to pronounce it. See if they have those guitars. The EVH. Oh, there it is. I don't know how you pronounce it. Let's see. Oh. Hey, I don't know if this is right. Adorama. I'm probably not saying that right at all. Let me see if I can pull this up and see if they have. Yep, here it is. Let's see. Let me type in EVH Frankenstein. Let's see. I'm curious now. EVH. Come on, man. I don't want to do all this. I just want to search your site without having to give all my information. EVH Frankie Relic. Let's see if it pulls something up. Oh boy. All right. Wait a minute. Okay. Let me share this so we can all see it. Dave Orkin, what's up, man? How are you doing? All right. Let me add the scene. Let's see. And spotlight. User KI9G Kid, he says, Joe, forget Google. My kids bought me an EVH Wolfgang in satin surf green for Christmas last year. Buy a Wolfgang. Oh, I've got plenty of those. I've had plenty of those, my friend. Yeah, they're great. I've got Wolfgang specials, Wolfgang standards. So yeah, I understand they're great. I just if I were to get another guitar, it would be the EVH Frankenstein Relic, and it would be the Sunburst. See, here's the white. Let me make sure y'all can see this before I keep going any further. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. But yeah, Wolfgang is fantastic. The standards are amazing. The specials are fantastic. I love EVH stuff, man. Now this is brand new, $16.99. That's the white. I would want the Tobacco Burst or whatever it's called. See, there's the black. I don't care for either one of those. All right, here we go. Which one is this? Oh, there's one. It's $15.49. That's it. Oh man, that just shows the 3. I guess that's just oh dang. This is the one that I would like one day to get. I guess those specials only come up once in a while. That'd be it right there. That's what I'd like to get. I won't pay that for it though. I'll just wait. What is this down here when you go down here? Okay, those are regular prices. So, oh well. But that's beautiful. That's right there is what I was looking at. Actually, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I think, looking at that. Yeah, I think that's sharp, man. But hey, we'll see. We'll see, man. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, I agree. Yeah, let me hit this first. Musical companion. Speaking of EVH, anyone noticed DeWeasel Zappa keeping EVH memory alive more than Wolfgang? You know, it's wild that you say that. DeWeasel is, God, he is. We all know he's a huge EVH fan and Van Halen fan, and I can remember when Ralph lived in the when we both lived in the neighborhood we grew up in, our old neighborhood. Ralph had, I think it was an early album from DeWeasel Zappa. It was called "Having a Bad Day," and it was an awesome. It's of course out of print now, but it was an awesome album. And there was this song he had on there called "Let's Talk About It." That was it. And his sister sang vocals on it. What's her name? Moon Zappa, I think. And you can pull the video up on YouTube and watch it. DeWeasel Zappa, "Having a Bad Day." And if you listen to that, you can tell that Eddie influence comes through horrible because, of course, DeWeasel can play it, that Eddie stuff, note for note like crazy. And that was always a good song. I love that song. And the video was pretty good, too, for what it was. I mean, there were some cameos in that video from, of course, his father, Frank, and I think Robert Wagner. And, oh, man. I can see her face, but I can't think of her name. She used to be on Melrose Place. God, that's how long ago was that? Good God. The stars from that time were in, a lot of them made cameos in that, but that was yeah. But DeWeasel, yeah, he is keeping that alive big time, and he has a good connection with Eddie in his own way. You know, when DeWeasel tells a story where Eddie came to the house with the pink jumpsuit on from Women and Children First, and DeWeasel said he looked like a superhero coming in there, and he had Eddie show him how to play certain things of Eruption. Can you imagine Eddie Van Halen in his prime coming up to the house, and you're like, hey, show me that. Okay. And he shows you. And then I think DeWeasel played a talent show with us when he was young and in school, and his guitar wouldn't stay in tune. So Eddie went and got one and brought it back and let DeWeasel have it. DeWeasel still has it this day. And so that's pretty awesome, man. I think so. I think it's awesome. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, but I agree. Musical companion. Yeah, I agree. I think Wolf, he just, you know, that kind of hard, kind of difficult. That's his dad. And I think he wants to just, there's a lot of things. I mean, when he put out that ballad, and he had all that video footage that he made his music video, I thought that was incredible. So I think that was his way of saying, okay, here you can see this part of me, but I'm not sharing nothing else. I'm going to let y'all see this, and that's it. But that was a beautiful song. I mean, if you don't shed a tear listening to that song, man, you're not human. And that's beautiful. But he did share all those home video clips. I thought that was amazing. So, but I don't think he wants to share too much more. That's his dad, and he wants to keep some from, and I get it. User Kid, he says, I'll take any EVH over a Strat or Tele. Oh, hey, no argument here, my friend. No argument here. No argument here at all. I mean, look at this, man. I love EVH, man. And that stuff is, every EVH guitar I've ever had, never had a problem. Never had a problem. So yeah. And you know, I still like to play some different guitar just for me personally, because it's just fun to kind of mix it up, you know. I never thought I would have a Schecter. Well, I got a Schecter now because you got that Sustainiac feature, which is really fun. I never thought I'd have a legit PRS. I got a couple of those now. And, you know, Fireflies and, you know, from one end of the spectrum to the other. I just, it's guitars, man. I love it. I love Strats, Tellys. But when I really want to get down and do my best to try to do some rocking and stuff, I'm going to go to the EVH and or the Schecter. Those two are going to be my go-tos right there. Those two guitars will be my go-tos, if that makes any sense right there. Yeah, man, that's just me. Dave Workin, he says, Dweezil Zappa's killing it. Yeah, man, he's he's awesome, man. He's awesome. Yeah. And he has room to boast because he's put in the time. But he'd say, well, a lot of people play Eruption wrong. When you're doing this right here, and I said, I know I'm playing it wrong. That's why I don't even try to mess with it no more. I know I've been playing it wrong. I can't even play it, period. That's that one thing that it seems like the first hurdle you got to jump over to be considered a decent guitar player from what I've seen on my years on YouTube. And they're like, if you can't play Eruption, man, get out of here. You don't. And I'm like, well, I can't play freaking Eruption, so I guess I just suck. That's just it, man. I can play bits and pieces, but I can't play it from start to finish flawlessly and it be note for note. I just can't do that. Talking about Dweezil Zappa's old album, Having a Bad Day, that song he did with his sister, Let's Talk About It. Dave Workin says I love that song. I do too. That is an awesome song. It's just a good song. I mean, I just love it. Satch Rules, he says that those EVH relics look amazing. Yeah, I like them. I like the Tobacco Sunburst. I think it's fantastic. And like I said, maybe one day, but I'm not going to pay full price for it. I'm just not going to do that. Like I said, I was looking on eBay, I don't know, man, about a month ago maybe. And they had a B stock one. It was like, I don't know, $800 or $900. And I was like, I don't know, man. And I never did. So I guess I'll have to just keep my eye out on that one site. We'll see. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We'll see how it works out. And later on, I'm good right now. I don't have the itch to get anything, which is good right now. Because when you got gas, man, you're like, okay, let me look at this. Oh, click. Next thing you know, 3 days goes by, it gets delivered, and you're like, okay, now I'm stuck with this payment. It's nice not to have a payment right now for gear, just for gear stuff. Like I said, earlier I said I know what it's like to have guitar payments for a year. I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I'd order my very first EVH Wolfgang Special. I signed up for payments for a year. And then when I ordered that, I had it for maybe 2 weeks. And I went right back online and ordered another EVH Wolfgang Special, but it was a different color. So all in all, I had 3 EVH guitars that I had to make payments, 3 payments within a month. And it was like that for a year. And man, I'm going to tell you that, talking about the wife being pissed off. Yeah, I was in the doghouse for a while on that one. I'm just saying, I'm just like anybody else, but, and when those payments were over and things were paid off for those guitars, I said, man, I'll never do that again. And I didn't. Damn. There was only 1 week out of that month that I didn't have a guitar payment. And I still had other bills to pay too. So it was for me, it was tight. Because I'm the only income here. So I thought to myself, dude, what are you doing, man? That's stupid. And it's crazy. Making it hard on yourself. Easy to get in that hole, hard to climb out. User Kid, he goes, when you were talking about the spring setup, my EVH Music Man came from the factory with 2 springs installed at an angle. The springs weren't installed straight. It was good enough for Eddie. Thank you. See there? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can put them springs, you can put them straight or at an angle, whatever you want to do. But for somebody to tell me that they're supposed to be straight and no other exception, that guy's a fool. You know, whenever I look at the magazines when I was in high school and Eddie would have his guitar like this, you'd see the behind on the back of it, I'd seen the two springs, they were at an angle, like that. And I said, oh, and I've always remembered that. And Dave Orkin, Frank Zappa was a genius. He was for what he was doing. He absolutely was, yeah. It wasn't my cup of tea, but hey, he was doing something right, wasn't he? Let's see. User Kid says that, read it again. I'll take any EVH Strat or Telly. Those three. Oh, I thought you said you'll take a EVH over anything else. Okay, I'm sorry. Those three are your favorite. You'll take a EVH Strat or Telly. Okay. Oh, that's cool too, yeah. Or if that EVH was the only thing, hey, that's cool too. No, I got you, man. I got you. Thank you for that, bringing that to my attention. I'm right there with you, yeah. Satch Rules, he says, Joe, to me the best I've seen playing Eddie's music is a guy here on YouTube. His name is Duraps. Yeah, Jason Duraps. He's so good at it. When I would even, it would be above Pete Thorne's level. Yeah, he is good. He's not good. He's amazing. Yeah. And I think he appeared with DeWeasel on stage at a show or two. I think that was him. And I'll tell you, I remember, I saw it on YouTube. DeWeasel, of course, if it's the same gentleman, Duraps, I think. DeWeasel had him on stage, and they were sound checking. And man, that dude was walking around. If it's the same guy, was walking around like real with a lot of confidence, and just strutting around. And he would do a couple of them high horse whinnies, and all that. And he would just do some licks, and he was walking all over the stage. And this was a sound check. And DeWeasel kind of looked like, "What the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing? Calm down." But then it went to the part of the show, and DeWeasel introduced him to the audience. And hey, I don't even know what they played, but the guys, he's awesome. I'm not trying to say nothing negative, but I was like, if that's the same guy, I was like, and he finally got to be on stage with DeWeasel, that's not really the time to kind of strut, and kind of, DeWeasel was kind enough to bring you out there, man. Just be a little humble. Maybe he was. Maybe I looked at it wrong. But if that's the same guy, allegedly, whoever it was, I was like, man, that guy sure is strutting like he's the baddest thing on the planet. And that kind of gave me a bad vibe. I was like, man, I don't do that, man. That's just me. But User Kid, DeWeasel had a TV sitcom he played on years ago. It didn't air on the East Coast that I'm aware of. I caught an episode on YouTube. I saw that too. I did. It popped up on and I thought, what the hell is that? And it was bad. It was bad. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, what the hell is he doing on TV? But yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the game show he did with his brother was pretty good. Was that the one on MTV? Or was it? Or was it on the Game Show Network? I vaguely, barely remember that. Yeah. I don't even remember the name of the game show, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yes. Let's see. Blue Monks, there he is. Those EVH necks, my Relic and my Standard early with the switch on the bottom, put a kill switch in the same. Amazingly good. Oh, okay. Nice, man. Nice. Let me see here. Chris Cobb. Joe, did you ever pull the trigger on that PRS Custom 24 with the Floyd charcoal cherry burst? If not to fuel your gas, but I was scrolling on Reverb on here and noticed I used one for $7.9. Yes, I do have that, Chris. Yes, thank you for asking that question. I do have that guitar, and that's all because of thanks to subscriber to the channel, Ecater. Yeah, Ecater, he had that guitar, and when Ralph and I did the when we went back to do to the guitar shop in Anderson, we went back to do another video there for the second trip around the little independent guitar shop area. Ecater, along with a few other kind people in the subscribers, met us out there, and Ecater had I had the McCarty model, and he asked me if I wanted to trade. I said, sure. I didn't play that McCarty. I got it, and I thought that I would like it a lot more than I did. And so when he asked me if I wanted to trade, I said, absolutely. So I have that guitar now, thanks to Ecater. Yeah, he was kind enough to do a trade. So, and I had to set it up. When I mean set it up, I had to, I put gauge, and I had 10s on it, and I put 9s on it, and had to set it up for what I like. And after I got it all set up and everything, oh man, that guitar plays great. It's in a case back here somewhere. I need to break it back out and play it. It plays fantastic. Yeah, it's a great guitar. User Kid said the game show with DeWeasel and his brother was on the USA channel. Thank you. Man, that was a while back, wasn't it? Man, that's cool. Mr. Mick, what is going on, my friend? Joe, I put my first Goto on in a Jackson JS32. The brass block sticks out in the back. I like the back covers on, so do you have any suggestions on how to fix that? Yeah, I got some guitars on and I've said that in my videos in the past, that some of the blocks are a little taller. I do know what I found out later, Mr. Mick, and I think they've addressed this as well. There's a couple of things you could do. You could just leave the door off. Now, I know you said you like them on, or you could order a smaller block. I didn't know this either until when I first started to order those, but I do remember mentioning that, here the ones I've gotten recently, the blocks are a little smaller. And so they must have addressed that, because that Goto must have got people emailing them or something. So I'm not the only one, and you're not the only one that's happened to. And as of right now, that's all I know, because there's not really another back plate you can put on that's kind of would make room for that. But it's happened to me too, man. I got some Jacksons that was like that too. Man. But the ones I've gotten lately, like the Fireflies and whatever, the blocks weren't as tall. And I was like, well, I guess they fixed that issue. Let's see, my friend. South Carolina, 007. Hey, Joe, I'm a 70-year-old struggling to get back to playing guitar, and I need some advice for a good place to get a guitar set up in the upstate, Greenville, and maybe a recommendation for lessons. Upstate and Greenville, okay. I would say, if you know where Bob Jones University is, South Carolina 007, right across the street is a place called Pecknell Music. Go there. They have a great reputation for setting up guitars and lessons. I did a video of that store. I call it Guitar Shop Reviews on my channel. If you go to my playlist and click on the playlist and go to scroll down to where it says Guitar Shop Reviews, and you'll see, just scroll through that list of shops, and you'll see where I went to Pecknell Music in Greenville. It's right across the street from Bob Jones, pretty much. Yeah, I would definitely go there. Don't go to GC. They charge too much money, and I just wouldn't recommend that. You don't never know what you're getting. Mr. Mick, I must have got an older version of the Godot. I'll look for a smaller block. Thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I hope you're not upset. That happened to me as well. Like I said, I dealt with the same thing. And I was like, okay, what do I do now? So I just left the back door off of it. And honestly, it didn't bother me. And nobody's going to see that, and nobody's going to notice, unless it's just something that bugs you, and I get it. Everybody has their ways with their gear. But, yeah, I would just, I dealt with that for a while. And then here lately, the blocks are not as tall. And I was like, well, okay. I guess they addressed that issue. I'm assuming, Mr. Mick. Let's see. South Carolina 007, I saw your video. And, yes, I know where Pecknell Music is. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. They do have great ratings for that store in that area for setting up and lessons. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, when you go to Pecknell, say, hey, I saw a video about your store on the Joe Wentz Project TV. I think the man that owns that, I think his name's Jeremiah. I think that's the gentleman that owns that. And I want to say that Pecknell's been around for many, many years in the upstate. And I want to say his parents or his father, I think they ran it. And then as he was growing up, his dad kind of groomed him to take it over. And I think, I'm assuming that's how that went. I want to say that's what he told me. My memory could be foggy, but yeah, it's a great store. I mean, the last time I went there, oh my God, I've been living here in this house. I've been here for, good God, pretty soon, it won't be long, it'll be 20 years. So I remember when I first moved to this area, I was trying to find guitar shops in the area because I didn't know what nothing was around here. I didn't know. And so I started riding down through there, and I was just looking, and I looked, and I said, Pecknell Music, what is that? And I pulled in the parking lot, and the inside of that music store looked so different 20 years ago. Their guitar section was like this little spot in the corner. I mean, they mainly specialize in woodwinds and brass for students, for school and stuff. Back then, they had all that. That section still looks the same. It's pretty big. The woodwinds and brass section is huge in Pecknell Music. And over to the left was a small little area for like the way it was 20 years ago. It had this like no-name electric guitar on a stand, these no-name drums, and a bass guitar, and a couple other guitars. That was it. And man, I turned around and walked out of that store. I said, I'll never go back to that. That is ridiculous. And it wasn't until earlier this year I went back over there. I haven't been in there in 20 years. And I'm like, well, I don't know what this is going to look like. So I walk in there, and it's so much. I was like, oh my God, they redone this whole thing in here. And now the guitar section it's its own thing. When you walk in there and you go to the left, it's incredible, man. And they're a Fender dealer in there. Man, it was nice, man. Look at the video. Well, you said you did, but people who didn't see it, yeah, they had some nice. And I went in there, and I like, I didn't call ahead of time. I just went there, and I remember it was a rainy day. It was over the summer, and I'm just on a gut instinct. I said, I'm going to Pecknell and Greenville. I'm going over there. I walk in there, I had my phone, and I left my GoPro with my pickups. I didn't know if they was going to let me film. So I go in there, and you're looking at trying to I'm like, okay, that guy works here, but what's his position here? Is he an employee or is he a manager? I don't know. So I walk and I start talking to the gentleman, just make conversation. He was really nice. And I said, man, I don't mean to sound crazy. I said, but I'm here. I was wanting to know if I could shoot a video for my YouTube channel. And I had my phone and I showed him my channel. And he said, oh, well, you need to talk to Jeremiah. And I said, oh, he goes, I'll go talk to him for you. I said, well, you want to take my phone and show it to him? He goes, no, just hold on to your phone. I'll go talk to him. I said, yes, sir. He did. And he came back and I showed him my channel. He said, yeah, man. He said, go ahead. And he was super nice. And everybody in there was super nice. So that's how that video came about. I just got lucky, and so I said, let me go get my GoPro. I'll be right back. It was in my truck. He said, okay. So I filmed and nobody didn't want to be on camera on the video, which is fine. Everybody's different. But it was a good video. It got good views. It did really well. And Jeremiah, if that's his name, he even commented a few times in the comment section. And all the comments on that video, the feedback was positive. So it was good. It was a good trip. It's a great music shop, Techno Music. Absolutely. Let me scroll up here. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Okay. All right. South Carolina 007. I already planned to tell him Joe sent me. Well, thank you, man. Andrew, what's happening, my friend? Let me scroll. I think Andrew's got it right here. Andrew saves the day. He says, look at the block size when buying. 40 millimeter is usually for a top-mounted guitar. 38 millimeter is for a recessed mounted Floyd, and 36 is for the deep recessed Floyd. That's just what is recommended, though. Okay. Yeah, because when I started ordering those Godos, it had the 40 millimeter. That's the tallest. Yeah. And I was like, what's going on here? So but it didn't give me the option. Maybe I just didn't read it good enough. But it just said Godo. I said, oh, I'll take it, Hey, Richard, I appreciate you and Ralph. Any links, prices, brand names for better quality Floyd parts, maybe a video, the 2 main screws and all the rest. Yeah, I've done that before, but I can put some links. Yeah, I can put some links in something, man, you can go to. Andrew, what's happening, man? He says, most players think the millimeter is the thickness of the block. It's actually how tall the block is. There you go. Thank you, Andrew. Mr. Mick. No problem, Joe. I think the block is slightly hitting my hip and he's going out of tune. I can always put a Floyd on this guitar and use a Godo on another. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Wow. Okay. That's wild, man. Dang. You could block it off too if you just wanted to do that. I don't know. You could always block it off. It wouldn't move then. But I don't know. It's just an idea. But yeah, man, it's there's so many cool things to be able to find on YouTube with guitars and guitars at Christmas, gear at Christmas. Man, are you kidding me? It's awesome. And I still get excited even now. I'm a middle-aged man. I still get excited with these things, man. Like, what guitar's coming today? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Well, yes, I still get excited, but do I get, what's the word? Do I get as giddy as I used to? No, that's kind of tamed down a little bit. But I remember it used to be, this is how bad I had it at one time. It used to be when I knew a guitar was coming after I ordered it, man, I couldn't hardly sleep. I was like, oh, let me look at the tracking number. You know, okay, 2 more days. All right. And 2 days, I'm like, all right, where's it at? Oh man, it says it's 10 stops away. You know, now I'm just like, nah, it'll get there when it gets there. You know, isn't that crazy? But the one thing that still happens to me, I know this might sound weird. Whenever I get the itch to want to get another guitar, when it gets in my head and I've made up my mind and I try to tell myself, nope, we're not going to do that. We're good. Man, I can't sleep. I can't concentrate. I can't. And then when I hit purchase, when I get it, I'm like, all right, here it comes. It's on its way. And I'll get it. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then 2 or 3 days later, that feeling's gone. And I'm like, well, okay, what now? So I've had to teach myself, I guess, maybe. Say, look, let's reel it in a little bit here. Let's don't get too crazy. Because and I love having guitars. I've always loved guitars since I was 16. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But I got so many back there. And I'm like, how many more are you going to need, man? How many more you need? Kind of like a gambler, I guess. When they go into a casino, they're always chasing that next time. They'll never get it. They might get close, but you know, that's how I look at myself sometimes. Cameron Hart, he says, what is your next guitar you're going to get? If I get one, which eventually I probably will, it'll be that EVH Tobacco Sunburst Relic, Frankie. That'd be the next one I would get, yeah. That would be what I would get. Absolutely. Rico B, he says, have a great night. Thanks for the hangout. Thank you, Rico. Thank you very much, man, for being here. I appreciate that. But, yeah, if I were to get one, it would, I would get the EVH Tobacco Burst Relic, yeah. That's what I would do. But until then, I think I'll just, you know, I got enough to choose from now. I mean, what about, what's his name? Oh, man, what is, I saw this, this wasn't long ago either. I was shocked when I saw this, that Nuno Betancourt has officially left Washburn Guitars, right? He's gone. And he got his own guitar line coming out now. I saw that on, I can't remember what, I don't know if it was on Google and I saw it one day or something. I was like, wow, I wonder how those guitars are going to be and how much are they going to cost? I haven't researched it. I don't know. Let's see. Let me see if I can look it up. I'm curious. When I saw that on social media, he had just announced it. Let's see. See if something comes up with those guitars. Is there a site? Ooh, why is that Washburn coming up? Nah, man. There's supposed to be a... So Washburn is still selling those, huh? Let's see. What? Nuno Guitars. Oh, here we go. Nuno Guitars official site. Oh, let's see. All right, let me share this so y'all can see it too. Let me add the scene. Yeah, when I saw this a little while back, I was like, what? He's been with Washburn forever, man. All right, here's Nuno's site here. All right. He reminds me of Esteban in that picture for some reason. All right. Those are his guitars. Got the stripes on it. I wonder if that's kind of a little tip of the hat to Eddie, because we all know Nuno is such a huge Eddie fan, and I love his guitar playing, man. Pre-orders coming soon. My new models, the Dark Horse and the White Stallion, led to the launch of Nuno guitars, along with continuing the legacy of the N4. These are true workhorses built with the same passion I've put into every note I've ever played. What I'm most excited about is as the founder and CEO of my new company, is communicating directly with players and fans who will get to play the exact guitars that I play on stage and in the studio. Together, we're forming a new community where I can personally engage with you about a mutual passion, our guitars. Once you own a Nuno guitar, you are forever a part of the family. Let's ride. So, wow, that's it. There ain't no, this is all you get, these 3 pictures. And I figured they'd have some for sale by now. Pre-orders coming soon. So, I don't know. Kind of wild, huh? Well, so much for that. I figured it was going to be something, because I want to say it was toward the end of summer when I saw that. And the website still looks the same. Man. Okay. User Kid, he goes, there were no prices the last time I looked. Talking about these Nuno guitars? Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. Charlie S., Merry Christmas, Mr. Wentz. Hey, man, Merry Christmas. Charlie, you're a retired UPS driver. I know you're glad that you're not out here delivering in that UPS truck. Man. Let's see. Mr. Mick, I wonder if Nuno guitars will be at NAMM. You know what? That is a great question. They probably will be. Probably will. I just think NAMM is a little... I think NAMM is just starting to kind of be a thing that's faded out now. I don't know, man. Again, I'm nobody. Rico, sorry, I ran to get gas at Costco, came back and your feed had stopped. I thought you'd already ended. No, man. That's all right, brother. That's okay. That's no big deal. Let's see here. Costco, yeah, man. What is wrong with this chat thing? It won't move. There we go. Mr. Mick, he said that I just bought a 33 millimeter brass block for $13 on Amazon. That fits the Goto. There you go. There you go. See, you just swap that out, man. You'll be good. Swap out those blocks. You'll be good. Now, how to swap out the blocks? I've never done that. Hell, I should get one of those too, and get one of these older Goto systems and swap out the blocks. I've never done that, but YouTube will teach you. I won't be able to teach you, but YouTube will. But yeah, what about that? Those Nuno guitars, man. Yeah. I don't know what that kind of. There's a little cause for concern there, and just in my opinion, because if that site was like that over the summer, it's still like that now. So what is going on? Who's over that site? Man. Dave says swapping out a block is very easy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never done it. So I wouldn't know. But that's good. That's good to know that it's very easy. That's great. But yeah, if his Nuno site's still kind of like that, it's kind of like, man, I hope they didn't abandon. I don't see that happening. I guess, I don't know. It depends on what kind of team he's got running all that operation. That's kind of rough, man. Dave Orkin, swapping out the block is easy. It consists of 3 screws under the saddles. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going to look into that because I've never done that. That's awesome. Yes. Mr. Mick says swapping them is easy. You just remove the 4 inside saddles and remove the 3 screws to the block. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Well, I just learned something. There you go. Thank you very much. I just learned something new from the fine people here in this community. Thank you so much. User Kid makes an interesting comment. I think Nuno jumped the gun too early by playing the guitar at the Ozzy show. Well, if I can see 2 sides of that. Yes and no. Yes, if he's wanting to sell those guitars and he plays it at a big show like the Ozzy show, but then there's none available to buy, then again, he might be holding back for NAMM. I don't know. But yeah, he might. Well, I guess he had to because he wasn't with Washburn no more. His contract was over. So I guess what was he going to do? I guess I don't know. But man, I remember that was the main reason I would look at Washburn guitars was because of Nuno's model. I did have one. I do have one. It's the real cheap tier. It ain't worth crap. But I almost got a Nuno model a couple of years ago, and I don't know what it was. I just didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know. It looked cool. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get one of those. And I thought, no, I'm all right. So I just never. You ever had a guitar that you thought you were gonna like? Yeah, I'll get that, and then you wait a little bit, and you're like, nah, I'll get something else. That's happened to me on a few guitars, and that was one of them. I was kind of leaning towards it, but it just didn't grow on me for some reason. It just didn't grow on me. I don't know. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's see. User Kid says, he said Washburn didn't know he was leaving. They found out during the Ozzy show. Oh, dang. Are you for real? I didn't know that. Holy moly. So he just straight up said, I'm out. Man, I did not know that. Man, ooh, that's cold. Mr. Mick, hopefully when they put the Nuno guitars out for sale, hang on, wait a minute. It jumped and I can't read it. Let's see. I'm sorry. It's going to fade out. Let me highlight it one more time so I can read it. There it goes. Bring it back. There we go. Mr. Mick, hopefully when they put the Nuno guitars out for sale, they have them in stock and not 6 months from now. Yeah, that's what kind of has me on the fence. It's like pre-orders coming soon. Okay, that's what it said a few months ago. What's the holdup? So, are those guitars going to be made in a factory in China like all the other ones? I'm sure they are. You got to keep costs down, and what's the quality going to be like? What's it going to be like on the reviews on YouTube? People are going to buy these guitars. I don't know if they might send a few to some big YouTube channels. I don't know for a review, or will they not do that? I don't know. You got a new product out. You got a new company. You're trying to do what you can to get people to come check your product out. So there's a lot that goes with that. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what the holdup is. Maybe something happened. Let's see. User Kid says, I had a cheap Nuno model. It played decent. I didn't buy it. Someone gave it to me. I sold it. Yeah, the one I have, it's the necks off of it. And it was like on a Black Friday special for $100 at Guitar Center in Greenville, and it was normally $199. And my wife got it for me a long time ago, and which is really sweet. But it was it was a piece of junk. It wasn't nowhere close to being set up. And this is before I knew how to do setups. I took it to a man who was starting his own business, a matter of fact. And I paid him to set it up, and I asked if I could watch while he set it up. And he wasn't real old, but he was, I don't know, this was in what, 2015 or something when this happened? 2014. So you're looking at 10, 11 years ago. And he's like, sure, you can come over here and watch as I set this up. I said, well, I'm not trying to steal your mojo. I don't know how this is done. He goes, here, I'll show you everything. He set that guitar up and he said, I'm doing this here. He explained everything that he did to me. That's how I learned. I mean, I bet I was there for an hour while he did this right here. I want to do this, and this is called the action. This is the, he showed me everything. And the guitar, after he set it up, it was playable. It was all right. It had some bad fret sprout on it. You have to file those down. But the pickups and all were horrible, man. Horrible. My son had the same guitar. He sank a lot of money in that thing to try to bring it up to a decent level. He put new pickups in. He sunk a lot of money. And it's not any good when you have a guitar that's like that and you sink more money into it than what you paid for. That's not good. So those cheap Nuno models were horrible, man. So I think that's kind of what steered me away because of that experience, probably, now that I think about it. User Kid says, yes, he did an interview that I saw online. I think it was Guitar World. Wow. And I remember seeing his, I don't have Instagram, but I remember when it was online, somebody put it on YouTube where he said, I'm no longer with Washburn anymore. Nuno was doing this, and I'm got my own brand of guitars coming out now called Nuno. And I was like, what? I was like, man, everybody wants their own guitar brand now. Like, man, I don't know. I'm nobody. I just keep it to myself. Rico B comments. He goes, I went to NAMM in 2020, had an amazing time, saw Rick Beato, Guitar Max, Robert Baker, Lita, let's see, Beto, Tommy Thayer, Elliot Easton of the Cars, Paul Gilbert, and got to talk to Carlos Cavozo a few. It was awesome. That is cool. That's back when NAMM still had some clout to it, Yeah, see? There you go. Plus, I got NAMM Thrax to top it off. See? That's what I talked about earlier. Thank you, Rico, for confirming that. I wasn't making that up. That's what people call it, NAMM Thrax. They come back from that big convention, they get sick. That's what I've heard everybody saying. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with that. Last thing I want to do is be sick. I don't. Let's see. User Kid, he says, I have a friend that worked at a music store that took mine on consignment and sold it for me. Oh, the new model? Okay. Yeah, the one I had, you probably couldn't give it away. It was horrible, man. So I started using it for parts. I started taking the neck bolts out of the back and the volume, not the pot, but the knob, and some other little odds and ends that I needed when I was doing some guitar stuff. And so I can use those for parts, and that's what I did. And it worked for that anyway. So let's see. He's a jazz player, and he wanted to buy my Nuno model because it played well. Wow. Well, you sure as heck didn't have the same model I had, because the one I had it was a train wreck. Even after it was set up, it was just, man. Oh, NAMM convention has NAMM Thrax. Dave Orkin says at the toy conventions they have Con Crud. It's funny how they have these names for these I don't want to say illnesses, but like sickness or whatever, viruses or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy, man. You get a lot of people in that building. convention center and you get about 20 people in there or whatever that are sick, man, that stuff gets in the air, it spreads, and next thing you know, and then people are around all those people for 3 days or 2 days or whatever. I just don't want nothing to do with it, man. I'm like, no. Because, it's like if it's just you and your spouse and one of you gets sick, when it gets in the house, it's over. Unless you want to stay separated and keep spraying Lysol and everything that they touch something. Now it's got the germs on. You go spray. You going to do that 24/7? No. You going to wear a mask the whole time? No. So if it's in the house, it's over with. That's one thing that I've always noticed. So, but yeah. So I've never been to any major convention. I just never done that. Bloody Soup chimes in. Bloody Soup. He says, "Hey Joe, are you planning on?" Oh man, it just jumped. Let me see. Hang on. Let me see. Hey Joe, are you planning on any new pedals, or are you going with what you got for a while? The 80s tone you got is perfect. Thank you, Bloody Soup. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very happy with what I have right now. The Friedman IR-D, that is the shiznit. That is, for what I like to play, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, it is awesome. Just, playing effects processors is always what I've done for a long time, and they're still great. But when I got this Friedman IR-D and got it dialed into what I like, oh man, I've had nothing but positive feedback from that thing ever since. And I was like, thank God, because when I get it hooked up, I knew right away, for me, before I went live with it about a month ago or whatever it was, I said, damn, I could tell a difference. I was like, whoa, man, it sounds like I'm playing through an amp, which you are really, because it's got 2 tubes inside of it. So it's that thing gets warmed up. It's like, whoa. So I'll sit here, before I play live, I will, I turn my pedal boards on and I let that thing, kind of heat up for a little bit. The longer you play, the better. To me, it might be just my imagination, but that's how tubes usually work. And so yeah, I'm very happy with the setup. When we went to Music Go Around, Ralph and I, a few days ago, we looked at the pedal display case. It had a lot of cool pedals in there. And there was a couple of pedals I looked and I said, hey, I don't think I need it. I got so many pedals. I'm like, how much more can you elevate it? I'm thinking this to myself, not y'all. I'm like, Joe, how much more can you elevate what you got? I think you're pretty much peaked out, And somebody asked me, I can't remember who it was. Let me swap cameras. This right here, you can see this rack gear. Yeah, that I don't use none of that. I tried using it, I guess about a year ago. When I started buying this old rack gear, I was just buying some of this, and it's nothing very expensive. I just started buying some of this rack gear because I remember some of these old Zoom modules or whatever racks that I wish I could get when I was a lot younger, and I never could. So I started buying some of those. I tried running this stuff to my setup, and it just didn't sound good because it's outdated. So I just kept it there because it looks cool. So, but no, I'm not using none of that stuff. I've had a lot of people say, man, I see you got that rack. Are you using all that? I'm like, no, I'm just using the Friedman IR-D and going into my pedal board and out of that to the Rodecaster Pro 2 and out of the Rodecaster Pro 2 into the laptop. You can always look at the description of my videos and it shows what I use, and there's links to all that stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Thank you, Bloody Soup. That's nice. Thank you. Rod chimes in. He says, my only Washburn Strat I've ever owned was a big old piece of, Never owned one since. I hear you, Ron. I've never owned a Washburn, so I can't say nothing. But hey, I understand. Well, I'm telling a lie. Yeah, I just said I had a Nuno Washburn. It wasn't no good, so I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the acoustic is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, the Washburn Nuno model I had. Yeah, it was a POS too. Yeah. Dave Orkin, he says, Joe, conventions are a ton of fun. Yeah. I just never was a convention type guy, man. I think just for me, it's just me, all right? That's why I don't go to guitar shows anymore, because back in the day, I sound so old. I am old. I remember back when you could park for free. You might pay $5 to get in, whatever, and you could, you'd look at everything, and it was really cool. And then over time, they jacked it up where you had to pay X amount of dollars to park. They jacked up the entry fee, and I was like, my God. And then I was like, man. And then you would look at everything, and it was, I'm going to be honest with you. When I would go to those things, I didn't have any money. I'd go and look. My son was a lot younger then. We would go together, and we'd look, and I'm like, yep, there's a nice guitar. How much is it? $850? Yeah, man, that's going to stay over there. How much is that one? $650? Yeah, that's going to stay over there. What was I thinking? I'm going to get a guitar for $50? I mean, that's not going to happen. I would go and if I saw somebody selling strings, I'd buy a couple packs of strings. And then the prices jacked up, like I said, to get in and the park. And I was like, man, the heck with that. And then I started just looking online. I know it's not the same, but I was like, well, I can look online for free, just like what we did tonight. Didn't cost me nothing, but that's just me, man. Just me. Okay, let's see. Conventions are fun. Let's see. Richard Hole, he says, what computer and RAM do you use, laptop or desktop? It's a laptop. Yeah, it's a Samsung laptop. I don't even know the model. I got it off this site. God, I've had this thing for about, I don't know, 8 years now, I would say. And I can't remember the site, man. Dang it. It was you could get the laptop or computer or whatever, and they let you pay by the month. And I never seen a site like that. And I did my research to make sure it wasn't some scam. And I did some hard, and it was legit. And I cannot remember the name of that site to save my tail. But I got this one, and it was on clearance. It was like, I don't know, $650 or something. And I've had it ever since. I don't put nothing on it. I don't, you know what I mean? I keep it cleared out with the storage and all. I don't let it get bogged down, and I just take care of it. And so it's what I use, an old Samsung laptop here. Yeah, it's got what is that? Let me see. I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's got a Core. I don't know what that says. i5. The sticker is faded. I guess that's what it is. I'm not a computer person, but I don't know if that tells you anything or not. But it's been a good laptop. I've been very lucky. Dave Orkin said, I want to get another ADA MP1 like I had when I was younger. I remember those. I never had one of those. Yeah. I never had one of those. But those ADAs were the shiznit back in the day, weren't they? Let's see. User Kid comments. He goes, Joe, thanks for getting me through a night of wrapping presents. Hey, man. I appreciate that. I suck at wrapping presents, man. I suck at that. It's horrible. I look like a 10-year-old did it. It'll look good on the top, and then you look on the sides and the bottom, there's stuff rounded up. My wife will go, yep, I know who wrapped this one. I can't wrap presents worth nothing, man. It's horrible. I never had that skill set. My mom's really good at it. My wife is excellent at it. My wife, she told me her dad was always really good at wrapping presents at Christmas. I was like, damn. I was like, I suck at that, man. I suck at it. All right, let's see. Let me raise this for a second here. Oops. User Kid says, my wife sucks at rapping, so I have to do it. If you're on tomorrow, I'll be here finishing up the rapping. Okay, man. Well, that's just me. I'm horrible at it. I am horrible at it, man. Well, that's nice of you to do that, man. That's nice. Bloody Soup, what's going on, brother? He goes, all right, guys, have a good night. Have a good Christmas. If I don't see anyone before that, thank you, Bloody Soup. Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I just want to go live and talk about some of these great guitars. We'll wrap it up in about 3 minutes. We'll wrap it up, and yeah, man. So let's see. Thursday's Christmas Eve. No, Wednesday is Christmas Eve. So that'll be my. This is even now when I try to think about it, it's hard to wrap this around my head or wrap my head around it. It will be my 39th year playing guitar. Christmas Eve of this year. I'll hit the big 40th anniversary next year. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I got that guitar. Man, I didn't care about nothing else. I didn't care about nothing else at that time. I just knew, I said, man, I want to be like Eddie Van Halen. Well, that still hasn't happened, and it never will. You have to just be yourself. Be yourself. Do your thing. Don't worry about trying to play like somebody else. If somebody asked me for some advice, if they were just getting started, that's what I would tell them. Just take your time. Take baby steps. And don't try to imitate somebody too much. Just worry about being you. And go at your own pace. Learn the songs that you want to learn. With the age of technology we're in now, you can get on YouTube and you can learn really quick. Learn your basic chords. Learn how to strum. Just learn how to get that hand coordinated when you strum. And do some chords and do your switching from G, D, C, even B minor and F and all your bar chords. Do a couple of those and just work on that for like a solid 6 months until you get your switching smooth. Then push yourself to do a little something different and just keep doing that. A lot of people get very discouraged and they're like, the hell with this. I'm like, well, it's not easy, man. You got, like I said, the fingertips. That's always a thing. When you first start, fingertips will get really tender and sore. I still deal with that today. It's just the way it goes, man. But if you really want to do it, if you really, really want to learn, you will. It's just like anything else in life. If you want it bad enough, you'll reach out and you'll try to get it. And anything worthwhile is worth doing. It's worth the effort. It's, hard work. And I've had people ask me, hey, man, how do you learn these songs? It don't matter, backing tracks or writing my own songs. How do you learn it? By coming in here and practicing over and over and over. That's all. Just like anything else. Any kind of athlete out there that got good, they weren't born good doing that. They had to practice. They had to work at it. And that's how guitar is, man, anything. But, you got to have fun. And I love playing. I love to play. And that's just what I enjoy doing. So that is it, man. And if you love to do it, hey, it brings you joy, go for it. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for me tonight. I just want to go in here and go live for a while and talk about some guitars that would be the best guitar to get at Christmas time. Again, the top tier was taken by PRS, was the number 1 slot. Number 2 was Fender. And then on the mid tier was PRS again and Fender. Then on the lower tier, of course, you had the Squier and the Epiphone Slash models. Very cool. I think it's cool. They make guitars affordable for everybody's price range. I think that's fantastic. All right, everybody. Thank you. God bless. And if we don't see you in the next night or two, have a Merry Christmas. Remember, if you're a member, There's a video coming out tonight for members only. Check that out, and you'll see what I went through today. It's ridiculous. All right, y'all. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Until then, this is Joe with the Joe Wentz Project TV. Bye-bye.